A heartbreaking and inspiring story in many ways from a deadly plane crash. A 7-year-old girl, the sole survivor of this crash in Kentucky on Friday night. Her parents, her sister, and her cousin all were killed when their small plane went down. Now investigators hope young Sailor Gusler can shed some light on what exactly happened.
Having someone that is a witness always helps us in the investigation. It gives us kind of a storyline.
Sailor pulled herself from the wreckage and walked nearly a mile through the cold, dark woods to find help for her family. She finally reached a house and knocked on the door, and the man who answered that knock, Larry Wilkins, joins us now on the phone. So, Larry, we've heard a little bit of your story, but just take us through what happened that night on Friday night. Describe what you saw when you went to the door.
Well, I've seen a bloody little girl, 7 years old. She had a bloody nose, and her legs were striped from the bottom of her little shorts to the top of her feet. She was really composed for somebody that just went through what she had gone through. And of course, she was trembling. It was cold. She was barefooted, and she had just walked. Actually, probably from my back door to the plane crash site was actually about a quarter of a mile. But this area was hit with an ice storm in 2008, and prior to that, the remnants of a hurricane. And I'd say conservatively, 30% of the trees were either knocked down or broken, and the treetops and everything laying on the ground. A lot of briars and wild rose bushes, and like I say, down limbs. A lot of ravines. One of the ravines is probably 15 to 20 foot deep.
Wow.
That she had to cross barefooted, pitch black.
So what went through your mind, Larry? She's at your doorstep. You see her condition. She starts to tell you her story. What did you think?
Well, actually, before she told me the story and I looked at it, I thought, well, she's been in a car wreck. I've never seen a plane crash in my life, and everyone I've ever seen was on TV. Well, when you think of a plane crash, you think of a big boom and a fire, And when she told me that her parents were dead and she was in a plane crash and the plane was upside down, I brought her into the house and laid her down and put I've always heard that in people in shock, you elevate their feet. So I elevated the foot, and then I called 911.
And Larry, we only have a short bit of time here, but now that you've had a couple days to digest this is an incredible story of survival. What do you make of the fact that she survived, and not only that she survived, but she wound up on not anyone's doorstep, but your doorstep?
Well, there's a security light out here. From what I understand, she had some training, survival training, and I'm sure, and I don't know this to be a fact, but I feel like she probably followed the light. And I'm so happy that I was at home and she found us.
Well, we're certainly happy as well. I know you're a grandfather and you know how to handle some little kids, and it was a nice, warm home for her to wind up in. Larry, thank you so much for the time today, and thank you for what you did.
Thank you.